Good afternoon, everyone. We start with new information now on the man arrested after leading police on a car chase through multiple counties today. A deputy pulled over the vehicle just before 11 a.m. on I-94 near Barnesville for speeding, but the suspect drove away. The chase got to speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. Police used stop sticks to blow out the vehicle's tires. The driver eventually lost control of the vehicle and it crashed into cable barriers near Moorhead. 41-year-old Jess Miller was taken into custody for felony fleeing a police officer, violation of a harassment restraining order, and other violations. We're getting a better look at the people police say broke into FPN Gaming Monday, stealing from the business and setting it on fire. Fargo police tell us this video footage provided by FPN Gaming shows two people involved. One person has been identified, but the FPD is asking for your assistance to identify the second suspect. They say he's a white man, last seen wearing a yellow hooded sweatshirt and dark pants. If you have any information, call Fargo Police 701-241-1405. One man is recovering and 4 men are facing charges after a jailhouse brawl in Grand Forks. Court records show this past Friday, inmate Charles Lambert was lured into a cell and confronted about being a sex offender. That's when documents say 4 other inmates started attacking him. Documents say these 4 men, up now on your screen, attacked Lambert, causing a broken nose, fractured vertebrae, fractured ribs, and several cuts and bruises. The victim had to be rushed to the hospital. These men are all now facing aggravated assault charges. One woman is wanted out of Grand Forks County for starting multiple fires in her own home. Police say in April they were called to the home in the 1400 block of South 14th Street. Records show a fire was set in the oven, the dryer, and in the living room. No one was home when fire crews arrived, but officials say the smoke was toxic and would have been very dangerous. An arrest warrant has now been issued for 30-year-old Samantha Roth. She's also facing a charge of felony endangering by fire. Law enforcement seized North Dakota's longest-serving senator's state-owned laptop and iPad. Former Senator Ray Holmberg resigned last week following a report claiming he traded several texts with the man jailed on child porn charges. Police searched Holmberg's Grand Forks condo back in November. The search came about 3 months after he exchanged 72 text messages with that inmate. Happening right now, it's the first day of Happy Harry's Rib Fest. You're looking live now at the Fargo Dome area. Tonight, Granger Smith and Face for Radio take the stage. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson now to find out if the weather is primed for some optimal rib eating. Hutch?
Well, it's always optimal for rib eating, if you ask me. That looks delicious out there. And, you know, I want to thank the weather powers for the north wind here on the south side of Fargo. I'm getting those beautiful scents out there from the Fargo Dome area as those north winds are fairly light. A few clouds up north moving in. That's where our chances remain the best for a few showers. 70 in Devil's Lake. Check this out. Temperatures in the mid 70s in Grand Forks and Aberdeen and Alexandria, 74 degrees, so pretty uniform right now. Today we do have a few spotty pop-up showers taking place in western Manitoba. They're moving in our general direction of our northeast North Dakota counties. The rest of us are very dry heading into the evening hours. So we do have that risk for an isolated sprinkle. That's it. We're tracking sprinkles in ribs and whatever else you want to throw on the grill with your barbecue. 70s will be the rule of the day and the day tomorrow as well. But first and foremost, getting through the evening. It'll be after sunset before we quickly drop into the 60s and eventually land in the 50s overnight. More quiet weather as we start out your day tomorrow. But each day gets a little bit warmer with a little bit of an increase in our chance of scattered showers and rumbles of thunder. We'll go over all of that and what you can expect, Stacy, here in just a few moments. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Hutch.
Yeah.
After hearing emotional testimony from those touched by the mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde, House Democrats are preparing to move forward on a wide-ranging package of gun measures. But the House is expected to vote along party lines, making the legislation unlikely to get past the evenly divided Senate. As Skylar Henry reports, Senate negotiators say they're getting very close to a framework on a smaller gun bill package.
11-year-old Mia Cerrillo described what she had to do to survive while a gunman killed her classmates at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas.
He shot my friend that was next to me, and I thought he was going to come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and and put it all over me.
Felix and Kimberly Rubio lost their daughter Lexi in the Uvalde shooting.
I left my daughter at that school, and that decision will haunt me for the rest of my life.
They called on lawmakers to ban assault rifles and high-capacity magazines.
For some reason, to some people, to people with money, to people who fund political campaigns, that guns are more important than children.
That was a sentiment that was echoed by Zanita Everhart, whose son Zaire was shot multiple times at the Top supermarket in Buffalo.
To the lawmakers who feel that we do not need stricter gun laws, let me paint a picture for you. My son Zaire has a hole in the right side of his neck, 2 on his back, and another on his left leg.
Senate Democrats and Republicans are working to see if they can reach some kind of compromise on new gun control measures. Both sides say the negotiations are entering a, quote, critical phase.
I'm encouraged by the discussions that we have had with Republicans over the course of the last week and a half. Every day we get closer to an agreement, not further away.
Republicans appear to be ready to support measures that tie up loopholes in the background check system, as well as supporting red flag laws, which allow courts to seize guns from people deemed dangerous.
We're hoping to actually get an outcome that'll make a difference in the areas of mental health, school safety, and things that are related to the incidents that occurred in Texas and in Buffalo.
Democrats say they want to vote on a bill by the end of the week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And today, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the team of officials who will spearhead a full review of police actions in the wake of the Uvalde, Texas mass shooting. He says the review will be comprehensive and transparent in hopes of providing guidance moving forward. Protect Ed Solutions, an Atlanta-based company, is making bookcases designed specifically to protect students in case of a school shooting. A layer of Kevlar along the back and sides make them bulletproof. The CEO of that company says in the event of a lockdown or an alert, the teacher or students can pull it out from the wall, line it up, and lock it into place to blockade the classroom's door. It just takes a few seconds. The bookshelves are already being used in schools all across New Jersey. Today, President Biden, the First Lady, and Vice President are traveling to Los Angeles to host the 9th Summit of the Americas. The summit will bring together governments from across our hemisphere to focus on economic prosperity, climate change, the migration crisis, and the COVID-19 pandemic. House Republicans held a press conference today criticizing President Biden's foreign policy decisions regarding Latin America.
Latin America looks towards the United States for guidance, for friendship, for help, and at this hour is simply not there. The best example is the Mexican President AMLO, López Obrador, who took the most insulting position a Mexican president has ever taken in the last 100 years towards its northern neighbor.
Mexico's president announced he was boycotting the event in response to the leaders for Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua not being invited to the summit. The 3 South American countries have caused U.S. officials to grow concerned over human rights violations. Later